Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Amin. I want to tell you about bullying. So, bullying is an act of disturbing, harassing or hurting another person physically or psychologically. This action can take the form of verbal, social or physical violence which is carried out repeatedly and from time to time. Etymology: the origin of the word bullying means a bully, namely someone who likes to bully the weak, according to the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Child Protection, or PPA. Bullying is oppression or harm or lowering carried out intentionally by stranger person or group. This action is carried out continuously with the aim of hurting. There are many types of bullying that you need to know. According to UNICEF, there are three characteristics of bullying. This is a behavior, namely international, occurring repeatedly or to gain power. Not only that, this action can also be done in person or online. Online bullying, aka cyberbullying, can occur via social media in Instagram, X or Twitter, Facebook, and anything. Instant messaging, email, and other platforms that allow interaction. Bullying acts are also divided into 6 categories, including 1. Direct physical contact. Physically targeted bullying behavior is generally easy to identify. This action include hitting, pushing, beating, grabbing, pinching, and scratching. Locking someone in a room, blackmailing, and destroying other people's these things are also acts of bullying. 2. Direct verbal contact bullying. Direct verbal contact. Bullying can also take the form of threats, demeaning, criticizing, ridiculing, cursing, intimidating, and disturbing. Name-calling, sarcasm, and spreading fake news also include verbal bullying. 3. Direct nonverbal behavior. Example of nonverbal bullying include cynical looks, sticking out your tongue and showing demanding, mocking of threatening expression. However, these nonverbal actions are generally carried out together with physical and verbal action. 4. Indirect nonverbal behavior. In fact, bullying can also occur nonverbally indirectly. Examples include manipulating a friendship so that it breaks down, internationally isolating or ignoring or silencing someone. 5. Cyberbullying in the technological era. So in this technological era, bullying is also common online. For example, by creating videos or other content that intimidates someone via social media or your comment in social media. Number 6, sexual harassment. You know about sexual harassment? Sexual harassment is also a form of bullying. This behavior can take the form of physical or verbal aggression. Aggression is behavior carried out intentionally to cause physical or mental damage to someone. Number 7, emotional abuse. This happens when someone tries to get what they want, but by making other people or victims feel angry, afraid, anxious, or uncomfortable. Emotional bullying can cause mental health problems in its victims. Examples of emotional bullying include mocking, teasing, threatening, belittling, lying, and even humiliating the victim. Causes of bullying. There are a number of factors that cause bullying that make someone vulnerable to experiencing bullying or becoming someone who carries out bullying. The following are a series of risk factors. Number 1, causes of bullying victims. There are several causes that put someone at risk of becoming a victim of bullying, such as victims have deficiencies in physical and psychological aspects, so they feel ostracized, not good at communication, less able to defend himself, have low self-confidence, have few friends. Number 2, causes of bullying. Apart from that, parents also need to know several conditions that are at risk of increasing their child becoming a preparator of bullying, such as has low self-control and does not feel responsible for the action taken. Carrying out bullying as a form of revenge. He had been a victim of violence before, so he always felt threatened, always waiting to control and dominate. Difficulty respecting other people, living in a family that often fights and is violent. Hanging out with peers who are supporters or spectators of bullying, weak supervision at school. The mass media often display acts of violence. Signs of bullying. You need to know the signs of bullying as a preventive measure. Children and teenagers are an age group that is vulnerable to bullying. Therefore, parents need to supervise and give full attention to their children. The following are the characteristics of children who receive bullying. Not all children can be open about the bullying they receive. Therefore, parents need to observe their emotional state. Children who experience bullying are generally always restless, anxious, and alert, experiencing signs of physical violence such as bruises, cuts, scratches, or unusual scars, reluctant or afraid to go to school or participate in school events, sudden loss of friends or always avoiding social situations, loss or damaged electronics, clothing, or other personal items, often asks for money for unclear reasons, decreased academic achievement at school, often plays truant or asked to go home from school. not sleeping well, or even having nightmares. Complaining of pain in the stomach, head, or other part of the body. Feeling depressed after using a device or computer. Being secretive or as if keeping secrets. Becoming aggressive or having sudden outbursts of anger. The impact of bullying not only target the victim, but also the bully and those who witness this action. This action has a negative impact on the child's physical and mental health. In severe cases, bullying can cause depression and even encourage action. Here are the impact you need to be aware of. 1. Impact of victim following are some of the impact bullying on victim, such are 1. Physical victim of bullying can experience several side effects on physical health. For example, such as headache, muscle ache, stomach aches, change in body weight, and decreased body immunity. Of course, this condition carries the risk of increasing various disease or health problem. Number 2, mental disorder. Not only physical, the impact of bullying also risks causing mental health problem, starting for restlessness, anxiety, feeling scared all the time, getting angry more easily, to depression. Number 3, academic bullying can bullying can also affect a person's academic condition, starting from reducing analytical abilities, affecting focus and attention, to reducing productivity. If a child experiences drastic change in academic, parents should not ignore this condition. Number 4, disruption of social relationship. Bullying also risks causing a negative impact on a person's social relationships. Usually, this condition can cause a decrease in trust in other people and make it difficult to socialize. Number 5, decreased quality of the life. Victims of bullying can also experience decrease in quality of life, decreased self-confidence, use of illegal drugs, and the desire to harm oneself are conditions that are at risk of occurring due to bullying. Number 2, impact for the perpetrator. Behaving aggressively and impulsively, have high self-confidence and self-esteem, not afraid to commit violence or strong character, always want to dominate other, lack of empathy with other people. By bullying, they feel they have power, easy to get angry, potential to become criminal, be rude, risk of getting involved in legal problems. Number 3, impact on those who witness. Trauma, feeling like a bad person, feel depressed, stressed, afraid, feel guilty, often avoids problem, worried. So, I'm finished talking about the bullying. Thank you for watching and thank you for attention. Billahi fisabilil haq fastabiqul khairat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.